All right, guys, it is that time. November's Soap of the Month Club Soap is coming your way. I want to share with you my apple cider and oak soap. I make this pretty much every year, or I have in the past anyway. I got this scent from Midwest Fragrance Company. I do believe that they've stopped selling it. I think I saw it on clearance one time, or got an email maybe. I don't really purchase from them very often anymore, hardly ever. So I was really bummed to see that they took apple cider and oak off their website. So let's just watch the making of this month's soap, and then I will see you in just a minute when we've done that. Yeah, let's do that. I made, I believe, 6 soaps yesterday and got everything pulled and ready to go for this one today. This may be my only one today, or I may make one more. I haven't really decided. I really do think I'm good to go on my soaps for the rest of the year, and this is August. So I feel really good about where I'm at with my soaps this year. All right, so I am going to put a little bit of orange. So I'm thinking, I know orange and apple cider doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I want this to be just a fall vibe in its color scheme. So I have this pumpkin head orange. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this sangria. The pumpkin is from Mad Micah's. The sangria is an old one from Rustic Essentials. No. Yeah, Rustic Essentials. It was on clearance when Wholesale Supplies Plus bought them out. And I think I messed up because I think I wanted the sangria in my base and brown as an accent. So let me do something here. That'll work. I'm going to set that aside, and this, I'm okay with that. That's not going to make that big of a difference for my brown. So about 3/4 to 1 teaspoon in each of my jugs here. And yeah, I think I'm good to go. I need to get my clay in here. Hang on. And I forgot my sodium lactate, as usual, which is actually good because everything is a little bit too cold. So that was low 80s. It's now 93. So that's nice. It warmed that up nicely. But I also forgot my goat's milk. I just kind of ran in here to get this done, and I thought I was a little more prepared than I am. I do think I am going to make one more soap because I just realized that I wanted to make Black Sea in my other long mold. I may still do that today. It depends. I have my kids coming over, and all the grandkids are coming over today. So it just depends on what time that all starts, I guess. I never know. It's just whenever they get here. So that was my goat milk because this is Firm Fresh, right? Yeah, this is my Firm Fresh line. So lard and tallow and goat milk is in this recipe. Just getting that a good blend. I don't have my glasses on, hang on. All right, in with my lye solution. A quick blend, guys. And because I'm not pre-mixing my colors here, I am going to go ahead and pour them and then mix them with my mixer here. I think that could be darker. I think I would like it if it was a little darker. There's a few little specks that's not blended in that maybe will make it darker, but I don't think there's enough specks there for me to be happy. So I am going to put a little bit more in. Maybe another teaspoon. That was probably there. Quite a bit there, actually. Hopefully it's not going to be too much. That's much better, guys. Much better. Still a little specks. I'm going to see if I can stir them out a little bit before I add my fragrance oil. I honestly don't remember how this behaves. And I know it's not my favorite, but I do think I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. And maybe I'll do a layer in the pot swirl, which will make this kind of busy if I do that, the swirl part, because I pulled off too much for a layer of this and then an in the pot swirl on top of that. Maybe if I pour just a little bit in here of both of these. Let's see. Oh, I actually really like what that did to the color. It's very fall. I very, very like it. Oh man, that was a win, guys. All right, I'm going to just get rid of some more of this brown just to even those up a little bit. And I'm just going to put my fragrance oil in here. I don't have to weigh this off because I've already weighed it. And it's the exact amount I need for this batch. My last apple cider and oak. Unless I can find another company that sells it, the Midwest Fragrance no longer carries it. I really like this in a soap. I really like it in a room spray. I almost bought a bottle when they stopped carrying it because I like it so much. But I didn't. It didn't work in wax for me, so it is basically just a once a year soap and a once a year room spray. That's all I do with it. So that's why I didn't end up buying a bottle. But now I kind of regret it because I really, really like this scent. If you know of someone else that sells it and it's the same scent as Midwest, I mean, I don't know, when they say have the same name across companies, I kind of assume it has the same scent. It clearly behaves pretty well. This is just fine. It's starting to get a little bit of texture. All right, I'm going to pour it so it's kind of level. Uh-oh. What is that? Get that out of there. I don't know if that's a piece of soap from the last time or what. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. This is a little hard to put like a mica line in there, so I'm just not going to mess with that. But I am going to go ahead and pour this in. I'm just going to do one spot and try to keep just a tiny, tiny little bit for the top. I don't want much. And that's it on that. This is my favorite way of doing an in the pot swirl, where I do have a layer here and then I just do this swirly on top. It is my favorite way to do it. If I'm going to do it, this is kind of how I try to get it done. And I want this to firm up just a little bit so that it holds this a little bit better. Normally I would try to do some sort of wave or scoop on the bottom, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that. I'm just going to do a straight line. I'm not doing a mica line or anything like that. It's still just a little bit jiggly. You kind of have to play the waiting game. You want this firm enough to support this. You don't want this so firm that it can't pour well and you have to plop it. And this is getting there. It's just wiggling a little bit. I think I'm good to wait just another minute or two. I'm going to try to pour it. I'm going to take my spatula and just pour over it because the soap with the fragrance oil is definitely getting thick in here. Oh yeah, this is holding it. This is working. So I have two different textures here because the accent colors are very thin, and the rest of the soap is thick. So that's why it looks all chunky like that. But it'll all come together. I'm not worried about it. I have to switch hands so I can scrape. Alright, just a little bit of the brown. And again, this is super loose still, so it's going to be easy to get on the soap top, which is always a nice little bonus. And a little bit of the orange. I don't know that I want a lot of that, but I also don't want to wash it, so I'm going to put it on there. Get my skewer, and we're just going to do the standard swirl that I do on the tops of most of my soaps. Hopefully you guys aren't getting totally bored with this. I think that looks really pretty though. Clearly it's my favorite, or I wouldn't do it all the time. Alright guys, it's going on the back counter in the main part of the basement for another day or two, and we'll cut it. Here we go, apple cider oak. I'm not sure about the color, but I kind of like it. Oh, it's hard. Gosh, guys, it's kind of faded. Like the color, I don't remember. This probably discolors, and the swirls kind of went to nothing. I mean, you can barely see them. So that's kind of disappointing. What did I have in here? Whatever I had. Well, it looks like I had maybe an orange and a black, which seems weird to me. Did I have an orange? It looks like I did. Did I? I have to go look at this video. And it looks like I did a layer. So I poured some, and then maybe I did an in the pot swirl or something. The colors are almost non-existent. And let's cut this last little piece. I'm sure it won't look any different though. Should have a full 20. 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. Yeah, so I do get a full 20. Plus with my side cut, I will have plenty of samples and mini bars to sell. Okay, apple cider and oak. I have made this design in the past that I liked a lot better. I just am not a fan of this design. I know I did, and I have my barcode on here because I took this to the craft show. Does this one have one? Yeah, it does. I did the layer thing, I think, with the like a little bit of an in the pot swirl. It's okay. The fragrance discolored so much that you really don't see much of the design at all. And I'm not a huge fan of it. It's kind of like an almost not there. You know, it's so hard to see any of the swirls. It's like, what's the point? I should have just did a one color soap at that point. I do like the top. I think the top turned out really good. Excuse me. And I love the scent. Now, I made it from soap for, I think this is my third maybe 4th year making it in soap. And then I actually love this in a room spray. It's a great room spray. And so this is the Soap of the Month Club this month for November. You get a soap and a room spray. Yay! Join the Soap of the Month Club, guys, so you can have a surprise with your soap you get every month. That's right, a full-size bar of soap and a little surprise. Whatever I can come up with. Sometimes those are easier than others. Sometimes I really struggle coming up with the surprise. Sometimes the scents match. I like it when they do. Most of the time they don't. It's just what it is. I've done actually this box once before. I know I have because it's my favorite box. It's like, this is the perfect fall box with the soap and the room spray. And I just wanted to recreate it just because it was my favorite box I think I've ever put out, was this one. I'm kind of out of breath, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so out of breath, but thanks for being here with me, watching the video and commenting. I'm trying to get to your guys' comments and I try to respond to all of them. I'm really not very quick at getting back to you, and YouTube has changed the way they do things, so I don't get emails anymore. When you would comment, I would get an email. Not a big deal on your first comment, but if you reply, then I can't find it. And if it's impossible sometimes for me to find your replies to me and see those. So don't think I'm not, caring that you comment or anything, because it does help my channel so much when you guys comment. It's just please understand the fact that sometimes I just don't even know you did it because I don't get those emails anymore. All right, well, that's enough complaints for now. So guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks for being here and supporting me. And I just appreciate y'all so much. So I'm going to get off here and finish editing the video so I can post it within the next 5 days. Have a great week, guys. Bye.